India, India.
It's a pleasant afternoon out here in Kerala, and what a game we have in our hands. It's Gokulam Kerala FC at home taking on a team riding the wave of confidence at the moment in HOPS FC. Hello and welcome to everyone joining in. This is your commentator Junaid, and I will be along Gokulam Kerala FC at home. Is always going to be a dangerous side as we take you through the locker room of the home side. These are the pictures of the players making their way to the stadium from their team hotels. Tangme Grace, Fazila Ikfaput will all be in there for this fixture. We did manage to speak to the coach, Anthony Andrews, a short while back, and here's
It
what
was really
he had
crucial
to
for
say.
us for this 3 points, and I think we have really played well. That shows a lot of intent, how we wanted to progress. However, not happy in front of the goal, but I'm happy overall with the overall performances, what we have created chances. Every game is coming thick and fast, and every team is playing different styles, like HOPS. We need to focus on what they have done and how we can counter. They are good in defensive. It will be a challenging task for us to move these 2 blocks in front of us, and that will be the target for today. I think for me, I think what they have played against Setu and Kickstart, I think they're going to go with the same thing. But you never know what things can come up. But we are ready for the challenges what they're going to put up on the ground.
Ready for the challenge, says Anthony Andrews, who've been in fine form themselves. Gokulam Kerala sitting on the second spot in the table at the moment. A victory for them today will take them to the top of the pile as we go through the locker room of the visiting side. Ravi Kumar Punya will be a happy man with 2 victories in their 2 previous outings at home and away. And we did catch up with the head coach of HOPS FC side, and here's what he had to say about this important game.
Definitely a win against Kickstart FC was motivate us. A 5 win, a big margin, a comeback, conceding a goal in the first fifth minute, and then scoring 5 goals is really a motivation to our players. Now the team is on track. The only thing we are lacking is in the scoring, and the strikers are scoring. So for me, now is everything okay, but we may work on the strikers. Gokulam is a very good team, especially in the IWL. They are unbeaten for the 3-4 years, and this year also they are good. So we have a good plan. We have the last match we played, we lost by 1-0. But in this match, we have worked a lot, and definitely in this match, we give a tough fight.
They'll be up for a tough fight, is what Ravi Kumar Punya has to say. And they have looked like a team in complete transition, the way they have evolved, especially after back-to-back defeats early on in this edition of the IWL. 7 points in possible 9 is what they have managed so far. They'll be up against a very strong side in Gokulam Kerala FC, as I'm joined by my co-commentator, Swapnamoy Chakramarti. Swapnamoy, welcome. What do you
Thank you,
think how
Junaid,
this
for
game is going to pan
introducing
out?
me. If we look at the lineup, Payal is there starting at the goal, then Kritina Ashavati, then Dangmei Ratan Chilki Roja, and in front they are definitely up with Tamang Ikuput and Kubil Luck. And their head coach, Anthony Sampson Andrews, a very experienced head coach. Last season, he was also with this team, and he has done excellent work with this team. On the other hand, if you come to this HOPS FC team, this team is full of talents. If you look at the goalkeeper, it's Anshika is there, Sharda is there, and definitely their team is one of the best in this IWL. Especially, you Junaid mentioned a few minutes ago that they are unbeaten in the last 2 matches. So I have a question for you, Junaid. That what are you expecting? How the coach will make up their lineup and how they will progress in this match?
Looks like it's going to be Anshika who starts in goal. Kipjin, Sharda, Mamta, and Varshika. Backline, Jyoti, Gladys, and Rinku. Play through the middle, Aarti, Frederica, and Shalja will lead the line. Looks like they have gone with an unchanged 11. in this fixture. They've done really, really well in the last couple of games. HOPS FC, Federica, fresh from a hat-trick. Refereeing contingent would be led by Kusum Mandi, will be assisted by Uwena Fernandez and Akanksha Soni. Pooja S would be the fourth official for this fixture. They've done really well, HOPS FC. Federica, with a brilliant hat-trick in the previous game, looked a class apart. Gladys and Federica has been the silver lining for HOPS FC. The other players have started to chip in, and we can see a resultant output, a performance that they have been looking for. Still being clinical in front of the goal is what Ravi Kumar Punya mentioned, and that's one of the areas wherein they have worked really, really hard, and it is for all of us to see, especially in the game against Kickstart. Here's a quick look at the standings at the moment. Odisha FC still right at the top of the table with 16 points from 6 games they have played. Gokulam Kerala with 14 on the second spot. Kickstart with 14 on third. HOPS with 10. Setu FC with 7. East Bengal and Sports Odisha dwelling at the bottom. A victory for Gokulam today will take them to the top of the pile, and Odisha FC will feature tomorrow in their Odisha derby against Sports Odisha. Gokulam will be hungry for those 3 points getting into this fixture, and HOPS soar on their recent victories. It wasn't easy against Setu. They had to make a comeback, and of course in the previous fixture against Kickstart, they were a goal down, and what a comeback it was, and what a bounce back it was. 5-1 is the margin they ended up with. Federica scoring a brilliant hat-trick. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one pans out.
Definitely, the way you mentioned in this match, this is going to be exciting one up here. So, Junaid, another question for you. In today's match, how are you expecting these two teams to meet each other, and how the competition will be?
HOPS have relied more on the counter-attacks. They have sat deep and have tried to defend. They have conceded goals in the process, but in the last few games, they have looked really threatening going forward, especially when Federica has been involved from the midfield, and she has made those darting runs inside and has scored 4 in the process. Gladys has been absolutely brilliant through the middle with her distributions as well. Aarti has chipped in, and so has the other players. It's going to be a tough fight. Of course, Gokulam Kerala, 3 times defending champion, up against HOPS. Will be very interesting to see if they have the same kind of approach as they have right throughout this competition. Gokulam Kerala, like I mentioned, will be eyeing those 3 points at home. They are a tough opponent for any side in the IWL. HOPS would just want to continue the way they have gone about their business the last couple of weeks. A draw against Sports Odisha, followed by a brilliant victory against Setu, and what a performance it was against Kickstart on the road.
Definitely, it's
Fernandez, Akanksha Soni, Pooja S would be the refereeing contingent. Final photo ops before the all-important clash. Both teams would be up for it. The reverse fixture at the Ambedkar Stadium in Delhi. It was a tough fight, but eventually the quality and the experience of Gokulam Kerala FC paying off, and 3 points under their bag. A goal coming in from Anju Tamang in that fixture. They have come by a distance since then. Langme Grace, Federica, skippers, chooses a side. That means Federica will have to get things underway. How good has she been since she has joined Federica? Looks like there are a couple of changes for Gokulam Kerala FC, Grace and Payal Basure. Payal is starting in between the sticks for Gokulam today. Grace takes her place in the 11. Sandhya Ranganathan and Soumya, they start on the bench for this fixture. Swapnamoy, how do you see this game panning out for the next 90 minutes? It's going to be a very tough fight for HOPS because Gokulam Kerala is a very strong side, but they are looking very confident, especially in the last 3 games they have played so far.
Yeah, definitely Gokulam Kerala FC women's team is one of the most invincible team in this entire group. If you give away this Odisha FC team, then they are one of the title contenders for this IWL. Especially if you look at this group, and they have won in the last few matches. They are performing very well. They have players like Tangmei Grace and the striker. They are all very hungry for the goals, and definitely their team is much more experienced. They are playing for the last 2-3 seasons, and they played at the Asian stage also. And here we go with the kickoff. Gokulam Kerala FC and HOPS FC. HOPS FC operating from the right to the left, and on the other hand, Gokulam Kerala FC opposite. We are seeing Gokulam Kerala FC, they are attacking, and that can be an important match. So how you were approaching this game and how you get a point and how you were attacking this can be very much crucial. We are seeing Gokulam Kerala FC, they are on the possession. So how are you seeing the introduction of Tangmei Grace has changed the way Gokulam Kerala FC is playing for the last 2-3 seasons? Over to you, Junaid.
Not quite sure if it's an injury for Sandhya Ranganathan or if it's a forced change, perhaps. Here's Dangmei Grace from the right. Gets it inside the box, cleared out by the defense. Back with Dangmei again. Taking a look inside the box. Goes back to Shilki. Trying to build up again. Cleared out by HOPS. Padrika on the ball early on. Ashalata. Same Roja. Conceded only 2 goals so far in this season. Gokulam Kerala FC have scored 14 in the process. 8 coming in the game against Sports Orissa. Here's Fazila Ikvaput. Well fended by HOPS FC. Sharda, they are going through with the clearance. Not quite sure if it's a forced change which involves Sandhya Ranganathan. She's starting out on the bench. Scored the only goal in the previous fixture against Setu FC Sandhya. What a banger of a goal it was. They have relied heavily on building up from the back, HOPS FC. Have to try and maintain their shape at the back because this Gokulam Kerala FC side early on will try and exert pressure. Ratanbala goes back to Uwiti. Ratanbala again trying to get it away. Is HOPS for Federica, trying to shield it nicely, goes through with a long ranger. It's always going to go wide. Some early pressure being exerted by Gokulam Kerala FC. Swapnamoy.
Yeah, definitely. We are seeing a much attacking mode here from the Gokulam Kerala FC, and the way they're attacking, it's always causing danger into the defense of the HOPS team. And if you look at the way, especially if you look at the striker that they have, she is much important in the way Gokulam Kerala FC is playing, and they're trying to take the control of the midfield from the very early moments of the match. And here she goes forward ball. This can be a very deadly ball. Chance of a cross is there, but she will prefer it to back. But that's a very good defending there for HOPS FC, and now they're going on a counter. So what I was saying, Gokulam Kerala FC currently is playing a midfield-oriented game, and that's very much crucial for this match. So you cannot predict a football match from the early trends, but definitely Gokulam will have an upper hand in this match. Over to you, Junaid.
It's Federica. Falls for Federica. Trying to make that run, cuts it inside. VT is right up there. Hopefully in the end, I'll have to try and get her involved as much as possible. Federica, Gladys, they have been the informed duo for HOPS FC. Here's Gladys trying to hustle for the ball. One back by Gokulam, hurled away by Ashalata. Falls out for Fazila Ikfaput. Bit of a heavy touch there, trying to get it along the stride. Fazila there. Falls out for Dangme Grace. Here's Dangme with options to the left. Somya Gugulot giving it a chase. Somya would eventually reach there. From the left, back again with Somya. Somya with space in front of her, goes through with a strike. Well negotiated by Anshika there. Again from outside the box. Trying to go through with the strike. Somya Gogulot, and safely passed in the end. Is off now. Gladys trying to lob one through and find Frederica. Bit of a heavy touch there, Federica. There's no help arriving from the other side. Yes, that's what she gestures there. I was expecting somebody to make that run from the other side of the post. Ikvaput. Anju continuing with her run. Gets it eventually. Plays it out for Dangme Grace. Couldn't quite control it, and Hops win it back. This is much better from Hops, especially from the way it panned out for the early couple of minutes. Yes, Gladys on the ball. Gets it inside. A bit heavy at another occasion where Gladys and Frederica trying to link up. 6 minutes into the first half, and yet to see the deadlock broken. Looks like it's a player down for Gokulam Kerala FC. A bit of a sedate start, Swapnamoy, with just one strike coming in towards the target from Gokulam Kerala FC. Hops have got a little better in the last couple of minutes, but yes, still early days in the game.
Yeah, definitely, but I am seeing it in a very different way. If you look at this ball, it went in, and it could have been, she could have holded the ball a little bit more. If she was with the ball a little bit more, then it could have been a better chance for the Hawks. On the other hand, if I comment on the chance that Gokulam got few minutes ago, they should have kept the ball a few minutes more instead of shooting. She had two options available up front, and if she could have entered the ball into the box, that could have been a very important, decisive chance for them. So yeah, definitely it's a dull start in this match, but still, what I'm telling, it's the early time, and definitely you can't predict anything. That's a beautiful in for Ikuputu, but that's an excellent clearance. But still, a chance is there. Willie minus the ball in. That can be a good chance. Headed there, comes off, but that's collected beautifully by the goalkeeper of HOPS FC. So this time also, if you look, there's a clear intent being shown by this Gokulam team from the very early moments of the match, and that clear intent is that they need a goal. So coming to you, Junaid, how are you seeing the combination between Anju Tamang and Ikpuputu from the very early moments of the match?
They look decent. They haven't had enough balls played in. But yes, from the last few games they've played together since Ikfaput has joined in, they have looked really dangerous. Ikfaput has been on most of the balls that have been played in through by Anju Tamang, have linked beautifully. Anju Tamang, Ikfaput, and Gogulot. Of course, the joining in of Ikvaput has made a lot of difference to the way they have gone about their business, especially moving forward. They've gone better with the ball progression, and the finishing has been right up there. Scored 5 goals so far, along with 3 assists in this campaign. Fazila Ikvaput, here she comes again. Gets it inside the box. Taken away by the defense. Aarti. Dagmar Grace. Shilki. Goes back to Kritina. Sharda. Falls out for Anju Tamang. Grace. Sets it up. Just over. They'll have to be trying and be a bit more vigilant, HOPS FC, because can't make those mistakes at the back, because these girls in green and black are deadly dangerous going forward. She had options in the middle there, and had it been to one of her teammates in green and black, it could have been a different story. Would have been able to test and cheek out from there on. Here's HOPS FC. Kipchen gets dispossessed. Here's Anju Taman from the left. Back with HOPS. Shilki for Somia. Fazila gets it away. Can they get the strike shot straight at the goalkeeper? First shot on target. Perhaps the second one coming in from Gokulam Kerala. It fell out nicely for Fazila Ikvaput. Got it away from the defense there for Dagmar Grace. A good strike there coming in from Dagmar Grace. Swapnamoy.
Yeah, definitely. I was telling this from the very start of the match that Dagmar Grace can be a game changer for Gokulam Kerala FC. The way she created that one for Fazila Ikvaput, that was a little bit good chance for them, but unfortunately she couldn't convert that one. But definitely still the match is left, and still Gokulam Kerala FC can get more and more chances, and a team like Gokulam Kerala FC will always be hungry for goals. Here we are seeing HOPS FC coach. He is having some important points with the cannon midfielder. And here a long ball there, but that's beautifully headed out. Still chances there. Forward ball there. This can be deadly. She had collected that one, but before that, referee has blown his whistle. So, what do you think? How both the teams, what are the flaws that both the teams have showed in the early 15 minutes? It's almost 12 minutes up. So, in the early 15 minutes of the game or in the first quarter, what are the flaws of both the teams that you were looking at, Junaid?
Well held by Shika. Still early days in the game. Swapnamoy will have to. They've had a shots on target. Gokulam Kerala, of course, playing at home. Would love to get on the score sheet as soon as possible. HOPS FC will try and hit on the counter. They've got the strength and the pace of Frederica up top. That's definitely one of those areas where they'll be trying to capitalize on. Here's Shilki Devi for Anju Tamang. 2v1 there. Anju keeps it eventually, and a heavy touch there coming in from Kritina and goes out for a throw-in. Rinko goes long. It's Somya Gogolo. Asim Roja. Somya again. Tries to get one forward. Trying their best to find Fazila Ikvaput up front. Back with Ashalata. Going with a long ball and brilliantly fended out. Well marshaled in the end by Sharda. They've been pretty good defensively, Hops FC in the previous game. There's Anjutama taking it away from Shilki Devi there, trying to go through with her left. Is always going wide. They've had 2 goals. Goalwards Anjutamang. Playing out from the back this time are Hops. Sharda holds it forward. Here's fallen out for Gladys. Gladys with a long ball trying to find Federica there. Wheaty with a header. Gets it away. Looks like it's Federica who got the final touch on it. Maybe a throw-in for Gokulam Kerala FC. Kritina or Ashalata. Anjutamang, Soumya Gogulot, Fazila, Ikvaput, Sandhya Ranganathan. Everybody getting on the score sheets in this edition of the IWL so far. Shilki Devi. For Asim Roja. Soumya. Well intercepted. Back to Hops again. Through Gladys. Trying to get away from Kritina there, Gladys. Played a low ball, but had a bit too much behind that one. Goes all the way back to the defense of Gokulam. Back with Ratan Bala. Shilki Devi measuring her options to go forward. Is Kritina. Plays it nice and low for Fazila Ikvaput. Goes out for a throw-in. Looks like they are controlling the game much better now, Hops FC. Swapnamoy, because they have settled down defensively. It's just the attack that will get better with time, because Hops have relied more on the counters.
Yeah, definitely. And currently, they are trying to cope up with the constant waves of attacks from the opposition. That was a beautiful ball into the box. Shot there, blood block. Still Equipment on there. But that was off target. That was a good try there. And definitely both the teams, they will be looking for that one. Just look at that shot from Equiput. First time she missed, but on second time she was successful, but it was off target. And that's back-to-back second corner there. Equiput, she will try to use her height for the taking the header there. Ball delivery, that's a beautiful delivery towards the second post, but unfortunately there was no Gokulam Kerala FC player there wetting, or there was some brawl that was happened and referee went up there, and that's a back-to-back third corner. Still, the early seconds of the match, we must appreciate the referee, because she is staying very close to the ball and trying to be as fair as she can with the decisions. So Ratan Bala Devi, she is there on the ball with the corner. Oh, that's a variation she tried. Ratan Bala Devi on the ball. Oh, that's a beautiful 1-2 ball into the box. Oh, she missed out. Still, Gokulam Kerala FC has a chance, and now we are seeing Gladys going up. She is looking for options up front, but she has lost the possession, and now again Gokulam Kerala FC there on the ball. So it's very early moments. We are seeing lots and lots of attacks from the Gokulam Kerala FC, and HOPS FC has done beautifully in coping up with the constant sea of attacks. So definitely what you said, we may see HOPS FC attacking in the second half or in the later stages of the match, and definitely they're relying more on a counter attack. So I have an interesting insight here that you a few minutes ago said that most of the players of this Gokulam Kerala FC team, they're on the score sheet. So whom are you expecting in today's match to be the star for this team, or who may be the game changer for Gokulam Kerala FC in this match. Junaid.
They've got a solid side, let's make no mistake about it, because all these players are more than capable of scoring goals, especially the likes of Fazila Ikvaput, Somia Gogulot, Anjuta. Among the players who are playing further forward have all scored so far. Of course, Asim Roja in the game against Sports Orissa, if I'm not mistaken. HOPS FC will be heavily reliant, as always, on the pairing of Gladys and Frederica. Here's HOPS FC on the ball again. She's got options to the left. Tried to go through 2v1 in that corner. Kipjin couldn't quite control it. Looks like she got the final touch on it, and it's going to be a throw-in for Gokulam Kerala FC. Same. A very solid side at the back, especially when OET gets involved. There's another good tactical decision taken in by Anthony Andrews. Beatrice doesn't get to feature today. Federica still giving it a chase. Payal Basure was off her lines and grabs that one quite comfortably in the end. A whistle had gone up there. Probably a foul on Wheaty. Is getting her right hand over her shoulder there, Federica. Here's Asim Roja. Gives it away to Gladys. Gladys on the ball. Of course, there's Federica. Gladys has got sheer pace going forward. Can she get it inside the box? Tries to go through. Is always going over there. She's been instrumental in the build-ups coming in from deep for HOPS FC. Got a couple of goals to herself. She's been absolutely brilliant in getting the ball further forward and in progression. Wheat. Taken away by Sharda. Beg your pardon. Taken away by Aarti. Back with Aarti again. Squares it up nicely for Gladys. Wheaty gets this one. Fazila. Decides to go back. Skritina now. Tries to keep it nice and low. Well intercepted by Shada this time. Shilki Devi. It's been a good game defensively for HOPS FC so far, Swapnamoy, because it takes something special to keep these girls from Gokulam Kerala quiet for the 22 minutes we've played out here so far.
Yeah, definitely, Junaid. And recently, as stats came up there, Gokulam Kerala FC still now has managed to get 4 corners. So that clearly shows their dominance in the attacking third. But still now they haven't got a goal. So that again shows how tightly HOPS FC are defending. Actually, if you look at the formation, HOPS FC is trying to keep themselves narrow and they are allowing very little space. That was a beautiful delivery. If a connection was there, that could have been a danger for the goalkeeper. So what I was saying, if you look at this match, HOPS FC are trying to keep it narrow, allowing very little space behind the defense, and that's how they're maintaining the constant wave of attacks from the Gokulam Kerala FC that is creating serious problems in the defense. But still, Gokulam Kerala FC managed to get some shots, but unfortunately, most of them were not on targets. So definitely, Gokulam Kerala FC need to be more accurate when they shoot. Janet.
Well, that's right, and accuracy and being clinical in front of the goal is what both the coaches had to say before the kickoff. His hop through Kipchin. Aarti. to get it away from the defense there. VT is well marshaled out. Stumbles on the way. And here comes Gokulam again. Soumya. Chilki decides to go long. Jyoti for Gladys. Getting away from Shilki. Looks like she has conceded a foul there, and it's going to be a free kick for HOPS FC. Nudging her after the ball had passed. Shilki Devi. It's going to be Sharda behind this one. "25 minutes into the first half, and we are exactly where we started. Still 0-0. Has come from them so far. Yes, Fazila Ikwaput. Getting it for Anju Tamang there. Well cut out again by Kipjin. They haven't allowed enough build-ups coming in. They've looked good defensively, HOPS FC. They'll have to try and test out the backline of Gokulam Kerala. Soumya tries to send one in, and well held by Antika there. They're trying to get it there and thereabout consistently. Gokulam Kerala FC. Of course, Fazila Ikwaput would be the main target. Looks like it was Dangme Grace who was the nearest to that ball, and Shika latches on to that one quite comfortably in the end. Jyoti against Shilki. Soumya. Looks like it's gone to... There seems to be an element of control at the moment in this game, Swapnamoy, because balls are coming in from the flanks, from the left flank for Gokulam Kerala FC. HOPS, until now, there haven't been any clinical chances being created by the HOPS front line. This
Actually,
both on the ball.
yeah, so I
Goes through with a strike, but well held by Anshika again. Wasn't going to test Anshika with that sort of a pace behind the strike.
So yeah, definitely what you were telling, Junaid. I think Gokulam Kerala FC needs to have some variation in the way they're attacking, because if you look at the way they're attacking, they're just pumping in crosses from both the flanks. But that will not work. They need to do cut-ins, cut-outs, and definitely they need to deploy more number inside. Sometimes Equipment is going solo there. Both the two other strikers are moving to the wings, and that's creating serious problems. Throw in their Equipment on the ball. Now she's looking for options. That was a delivery, but what was it? Just look at this. Things should be avoided by Gokulam Kerala FC. You are playing in a AFC level tournament for the last 1 year, and definitely you have lots and lots of talented players. You have players like Ikwaput, Tangme Grace, and they all are just brilliant out here. And definitely they should try to play as per the reputation they have created over the last 2 years in Indian women's football, and that's how they should play in this match also. On the other hand, if you look at the HOPS FC, they're not getting enough chances. Oh, that was a mistake by the Hops FC defenders, and Equiput was there standing, latching onto the ball. But that was an excellent clearance. So what I was telling there, this thing should be avoided by the Gokulam Kerala FC, and that's a drinks break. So 30 minutes up in the game. What's your take on the other two strikers other than Equiput? Are they so much active in this match? Because it's have been 30 minutes and we haven't seen much of Anju Tamang in this match apart from that two shots.
Well, they'll grow into the game as it progresses. Yes, so far, Hops FC have been able to control the game quite nicely, and they haven't allowed enough crosses to come in, especially from the left. They'll try and get Fazila, Ikfaput, and Somya involved as much as possibly can. Still a lot left in the game. It's just been 30 minutes so far. Haven't seen enough from Hops going forward. 68% of the ball is being enjoyed by the home side. Have relied heavily on building up on those long balls. Hops FC. Would hope for a similar result the way it panned out in the last two games. Ended up with those crucial 3 points in both the fixtures. Victory for them means they will go to the third spot, probably. A victory for Gokulam Kerala FC should take them right to the top of the pile, at least for the next 24 hours, because Orissa FC will be featuring tomorrow after a break in the previous week. Rinku Devi gets it away. Could only go as far as Kritina there. Ashalata tries to go long and finds Anju Tamang. Anju from wide on right. 1v1 there. Gets away from Varshika. Gets it inside the box. The head did went up there, but was always going over. Here's a Shilki Devi. For Somya Gogulot with a heavy first touch there. Balls back to Shilki. Asim. Goes at the back for Oviti. Gladys and Frederica. Both are up top. We'll have to try and find them consistently. The Hops midfield. We haven't seen those telling deliveries coming in from the Hops midfield so far. It has to be Gladys. She hasn't been there. It's going to be a free kick for Hops. Shilki Devi getting a hand to that one. Conceding a foul. Sharda behind this one. They haven't had a proper shot, a proper chance created in the first half so far. Spills over. Frederica was there for a chance to win it back, but Pyle had it covered. Goes airborne, Pyle Basure. Zila plays it for Anju Tamang. Anju with an early delivery for Somya Gogulot. Well read out by Anshika there. Good to start again. Kipjin trying to drill one through and find Frederica. Back with Gokulam again. Here's a Somya Gogulot. They'll have to try and cut this out. It's going to be a goal kick. They're trying to target that left flank consistently now. Swapnamoy, because Somya Gogulut is making it a habit now to cut in from the left and getting those crosses in consistently.
Yeah, definitely. And if you look at the earlier matches, also we have seen her doing the same. And also, I think the left flank of Hops is looking a little bit weak. And the side back who is playing there, she is going up and not coming down in proper time, for which a gap is being created behind her. And that's the advantage that she is taking. But this time we're seeing them attacking from the right flank. And now again, Gokulam FC, they're trying to play a midfield centric game. That was a foul there and a free kick. So if you look at the foul stats, 2 fouls committed by each teams, and Gokulam Kerala FC, they're looking for getting the maiden goal in this match. Ball into the box. This can be a good chance for them. They're trying to keep the control over the ball, and again, it's in the left flank. Just look at the gap between the two defenders there at the left. These things can become deadly. Few minutes ago, also we found a mistake there by the Gokulam Kerala FC goalkeeper. Goalkeeping is such a position where you should be no nonsense. At least under the bar, because one mistake and your team can be punished. That's a ball into the box. Chance of a header there, but well connected by the keeper. So what I was telling, Ikwa put 4 shots there, and she has been very active all throughout the game. Hops FC relying on long balls, but such a thing will not give you a proper goal or anything like that, because we have seen in the earlier matches also that Gokulam Kerala FC goal defense is very much compact and they allow very little space behind the defense. Or this can become a chance, but they are defending too deeply down here. So 6 players are defending for Hops FC, and they are changing their shape constantly. And we are seeing also Gladys playing a very important part. When it's up to attack, she is going up front, playing as the third striker. And when it's time for the team to defend, she's acting like a pivot. So this type of game she's playing, and she's a very important part in the way Hops FC is playing in today's match. So that's how both of the team are performing. That's a short pass there. Gokulam Kerala FC building up the attack from the back. This can be a good chance. And Jutamang there on the ball. Ball into the box. Shot. And that's the goal number 1 there. What a goal that has been delivered. And she finished it. That was an excellent delivery there.
Coming in from Gokulam Kerala FC. Good build up. Anju Tamang hung it up in the air, and Somya Gogulut was rushing towards that dangerous area round about the 6-yard box, and Anshika from there on had no chance whatsoever. Was from a close range there, and wasn't gonna stop from there on. Anshika. Gokulam Kerala FC break the deadlock at the 37th minute mark. Well, this was coming in because they were mounting pressure, Gokulam Kerala, playing at home, chasing those 3 points. And they take the lead in the first half. A job to do for Hops FC now.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at the way Somya was attacking from the very early moments of the match, and she has got rewards of this beautiful play in the first half. You were telling about Somya, so what is your take on the left side of this Hops FC team? Because this goal also came from the left, from a delivery from the left side, Junaid.
They've looked threatening from the left. They haven't utilized the right flank to that extent so far in the game. But whenever Somya Gogulut has gotten the ball, she has tried to get those crosses in. Has been a couple of times. Yes, when it all mattered the most, a brilliant delivery for Somya, Anju Tamang, and Gokulam Kerala FC are up and running. There's Anju Tamang on the ball. Somya from the right this time. Gets across in. Dangmei Grace was making the run from the far post there. They have to try and believe HOPS FC. They have made those comebacks in the last 2 games after going 1 goal down.
Junaid, just look at the gap that between the two defenders of the HOPS FC team. If such a gap remains in a defense of such a top division team, it's totally deplorable because you are giving chances to your opposition, and definitely opposition will take advantage of that.
Here's Shilki Dev. Dangmei Grace goes in, goes out, goes through with a strike. Well held by Anshika. Numbers speak for themselves. 12 shots coming in from Gokulam Kerala FC so far. HOPS with just 1. It has been the problem they have tried to solve right throughout the campaign. It has been the ball progression that has been the main problem in this game so far. Shailja. Ratan Bala for Kritina. It's got Dangmei ahead of her. Tries to get it one inside for Somya Gogulot. Probably had a bit too much pace behind that one and couldn't quite control it. Anthony Andrews must be a happy man at the moment. Would love to score more from here on, Anthony Andrews. There's Anju. Plays it down the line for Somya. Turns away from Rinku Devi there. Gets it inside the box. Has got options. Dangmei Grace couldn't find that one. Fazila Ikwaput hustling for the ball still. And HOPS somehow through Kipjen. Get it away for a corner. Relentless pressure being exerted by HOPS FC. Beg your pardon, by Gokulam Kerala FC. HOPS. On that occasion, managing to clear the ball for another corner for Gokulam. There's Ratan Bala for Ashalata. Sends it in. Anshika. Chance now! Has landed into the back of the net there. Second goal of the game for Gokulam Kerala FC. And they are up and running here in the first half. 2 goals in a span of 5 minutes for the defending champions. From the corner.
Just look at that. Yeah, just look at that one. Again, another mistake by the defense. What 3 defenders were there, but none of them marked the jersey number 7 who just scored that one. So, I think the defense of HOPS FC is scattered apart, and Amju Tamang is given the goal, and she was completely unmarked. How you can leave a player of Anju Tamang's capability unmarked during a corner like that? So, what's your take on this goal, Junaid?
Like you mentioned, she was unmarked there and scored with a header in the reverse fixture. And a goal here at the EMS Corporation Stadium at their home ground. 7 of the ball is being enjoyed by Gokulam Kerala FC. Just been one-way traffic so far. Exerting pressure from right and left. Here's Somya Gokul, gets it inside. Anshika spills it over. Kipjen gets it away from Ikwaput there. Hanging by the thinnest of threads at the moment. FC. They'll have to try and stay in the game for as long as possible. If they can somehow manage to come back into this contest. It's going to be a frantic set of second half. At the moment, it's Gokulam Kerala FC trying to stamp their complete authority on this game so far. Kibjan has stayed on the ground. Got a knock from Fazila Ikvaput there. The defense that looks so promising for the first 30 minutes has been taken down by Gokulam. Here's Anju Tamang again from the left. Takes a deflection and goes out for another corner to Gokulam Kerala FC. They are getting the ball into those spaces quite regularly at the moment. It's going to be Ratan Bala to take this one. Is that going to be short? Yes, it's a short one. Anju Tamang sends it in. Chance! Another goal! A thumping header coming in from Asim Roja. Not quite sure if it's Asim or Dangme Grace there. The goal stands. Gokulam Kerala FC at the moment are running away with it. It's Somya Gogulat who scored for Gokulam.
Same mistake
From the far post
again.
there. Was left unmarked perhaps, and Somya Gogulot finding the back of the net one more time.
Just look at the way they are defending Setu FC team. Same mistake again and again by the defense. This time also Soumya Gogulat was completely unmarked. What the two defenders were doing, no clue. And that's advantage Soumya Gogulat took. And now HOPS FC with attack. They are on the ball. It's Frederica there on the ball, but it's cleared away. Just look at the way this team is defending and the opposition is defending. It's completely different. 6 corners for Gokulam, 1 for HOPS. And the scoreline now, Gokulam Kerala FC 3, HOPS FC 0. So Junaid, another interesting question for you. If you look at the last 2 goals, the weaknesses during set pieces are clear in during defending for HOPS FC. So will other teams capitalize on that? We'll talk regarding it after this corner. Junaid.
That's right. Good opportunity before the first half to try and convert from here on for HOPS FC. It's going to be Kibjan behind this one. Sends in one. Chance now for HOPS. Takes a strike. HOPS again. Chance. They get it away somehow through Fazila Ikvaput. Waiting for Ratan Bala. Shada was giving it a chase, but hurled away by Dangme Grace there. Dying moments of the first half. Kibjan with the ball. Federica looks like she's got the final touch behind that one and goes out for another throw-in to Gokulam Kerala. And what a game this has turned out to be for Gokulam. Came in here with purpose, wanted to get those 3 points and stamp their authority right on this game and on the points table. That's the first half here at the EMS Corporation Stadium. 3 goals to the good are the home side, Gokulam Kerala FC. As we take you through the halftime stats, Gokulam Kerala enjoying 68% of the ball, 14 shots with 9 landing on target for Gokulam 32% of the ball with 3 shots, 1 on target for HOPS FC. 2 fouls for both the teams, 6 corners for Gokulam compared to 1 for HOPS FC. Just been one-sided affair so far in this fixture. HOPS would love to make a comeback into the second one. Gokulam with 4 strikes. Ikvaput with 3, Dangme with 3, and Tamang with 3. HOPS FC with 3 shots, Federica with 2, and Arti. Shilki conceding 2 fouls in the first half for Gokulam. And 2 as well for the visitors in HOPS, Federica and Gladys conceding 1 each. And just in case if you have missed out the action, then here's a quick look at how things panned out. Gokulam Kerala FC at home against HOPS with decent performances. A brilliant performance perhaps in the previous fixture. Coming into this game high on confidence. Early in the game, Soumya Gogulot with an early shot trying to make Anshika work. Federica on the other side of the pitch. Dangme Grace lobbed one in, but was always going. Here's Fazila Ikvaput setting up Dangme Grace, who took the strike, but straight at Anshika. Took Mamta's foot there and went out for a corner. Soumya for Fazila, and that was headed straight into Anshika. And this was a strike, set up beautifully by Anju Tamang from left. Lobbed it inside, and a beautiful finish coming in from Soumya Gogulot. Dangme again making Anshika work for the second time in the first half. Squaring up nicely there for Dangme Grace. Well fended out by Kibjen and Varshika. And then here, Anju Tamang. The back header. Getting it into the back of the net. Anju again from the left. And Soumya. There's just been those crosses coming in from both sides of the flanks, doing the damage for HOPS FC. And as it stands at the moment, Gokulam Kerala FC are leading this game and in a commanding position at the halfway mark. Do join us again in about a few minutes from now. We'll be back for the second half. Hello and welcome back once again. It's Gokulam Kerala FC at home against HOPS FC. This is match week 9 and game number 25 of the IWL this season. And what a game this has turned out to be for Gokulam. 3 goals to the good, 3 struck in a span of about 8 minutes by the home team. HOPS FC have a job cut out. They'll have to try and make the difference. Gladys and Federica have linked beautifully right throughout the competition, and today they'll have to put their hands up and come up with a much better performance in the second half. Just had 2 shots goalwards in the first half. HOPS FC. It's been 45 minutes dominated completely by one side. All the action coming from just one side of the pitch so far. Soumya Gogulath on the score sheet twice in the first 45 minutes. Anju Tamang getting her goal as well. Welcome back to all the viewers joining in. I'm your commentator Junaid Ahmed and I'm joined by Swapnamoy Chakraborty for this fixture. Swapnamoy, how do you see the second half panning out? Because the first half has just been one side dominating. The first 45 minutes has been all Gokulam so far, and there's going to be something special that is needed from HOPS FC to try and make a comeback into this contest.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at the way HOPS FC in the first half, it had been a completely one-way game. It has been a one-way traffic from Gokulam Kerala FC. They constantly attack, and the defense of HOPS FC were completely scattered out after the 30th minute. If you look at the way both of the side backs were completely non-functional, and the marking is also not good. And this can be excellent chance for Equiput. She can shot from there, but good defending again. But this type of defendings are required every time in a match. You defense and goalkeeping, these two are most dangerous positions there on the field. And if you make that things, it creates danger for your team only. So we are seeing Gokulam Kerala FC. They're building up the attack from the midfield, looking for options. She finds one. Forward ball, but referee has raised his flag offside. HOPS FC there completely has lost the midfield, it looks like. And it will be, I think, very much difficult for them to come back unless and until some changes are made. Junaid, what do you think? What are the changes we can expect from this HOPS FC think tank?
They've relied on the long balls consistently. The ball progression hasn't been there right throughout. Because if you take a look at the number of shots, they've got 2 in the first half, and there haven't been those telling deliveries targeting Federica up top. That's definitely one of those corrections, one of those areas of improvement for HOPS FC in the second half. A bit more advancements coming in from the likes of Aarti early on in the second half. Nicked away again by the defense. Zanju. They've looked really good going forward, utilizing that left flank early on in the game. They've got a goal from the right as well after a set piece that fell for Ratan Bala Devi. Bit of a high boot there. Nothing says the ref. In comes Gokulam again. Long ball was hurled forward for Anju Tamang. Here's the duo combining again. Frederica and Gladys. Frederica still got the ball. She's got one option for it. They get it away again. Gokulam Kerala. Kritina now. From the back into the stride of Gokulat. Dangme Grace on the ball. Tries to go towards the left and find Anju Tamang there, and well funded by Sharda. HOPS. Back with Anju. Anju for Fazila Ikvaput. Looking for a reverse ball there. Ratan Bala for Dangme Grace. There's a run coming in from Kritina there. The full back gets it inside the box. Had options, but was too straight for Anshika. Pressure being exerted by Aarti there. Federica. Bad touch in the end and gets it away. Now they'll have to try and get those balls consistently into the final third, Swapna Moikas. At the moment, HOPS FC are trying to wait for those options. And they haven't kept the ball moving, especially in the last few minutes before the first half as well. And the way they have started their second half, beg your pardon, will have to try and get better as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely. First to come back in this match, HOPS FC have to take control over the midfield. That's a beautiful delivery by Asha. Ball into the box, but goalkeeper collects that one. So what I was telling, for getting a goal, HOPS FC need to control the midfield, and they're lacking vehemently. If you look at the way this team is attacking and the way at which HOPS FC is attacking, it's hell and heaven. Just look at the way Gokulam Kerala FC are so fluid with the passes. It looks like just they're playing on a piece of butter, and the way in which they're passing the ball, it looks so easy to play the game. Gladys there on the ball. Gladys there looking for options. Back pass. That's a lofted ball. This can be a chance there. Frederica on the ball. Frederica looking for options there up front. Again Gladys. Frederica Gladys combining there to get a chance. This can be a good chance. Ball delivered in. This has been the story of the match. Ball delivered into the Gokulam box, but Gokulam players are just clearing it out. So yeah, so controlling the midfield is a key in this match. If you look here, just look at how fluidly Gokulam Kerala FC is passing. Look, Ekwa put there on the ball. He has just placed the ball forward, and look at the combinations that are there on the play. So these things need to be developed by the HOPS FC players, because currently we are seeing no combination play being played by the HOPS FC, Junaid.
It's a good ball there. Expected more from Aarti to make that run down the far post, Frederica, but probably had a bit much pace, a bit more pace perhaps behind that one. The fluency has been lacking from HOPS FC in the first half. It's Dangme Grace. Kritina tries to send a long ball in. Taken out by Weety there. Asim for Shilki, goes to the back. Kritina. Nice little build up again from Gokulam Kerala. They've looked absolutely threatening in progressing the ball further forward. Dangme. Shilki. HOPS are trying to press. They haven't been able to win the ball back consistently. Ashalata for Ratan Bala. Drills one through for Fazila Ikvaput. Well read and for HOPS F. Will have to try and be consistent in the back line. Get the communication going right throughout. There's one mistake and it will be punished by the attacking force of Gokulam Kerala. It's Gokulam and Jutamang one-on-one there with Kipchen. Sends the ball in. Clear away, but only as far as Shilki's. Looks like it's Federica who got the final touch and concedes the throw-in for Gokulam. Still got 35 minutes to make a comeback, HOPS FC. Looks like Anju has taken a knock and she has gone on the ground. We haven't seen those passes coming in from the midfield for HOPS Swapnamoy because like we've been mentioning right throughout, they have relied heavily on the long balls, but we haven't seen them trying to control the game, winning the ball and getting it forward in the first 45 minutes as well as in the second half so far.
I think actually, if you look at the way Gokulam Kerala FC is playing, they have allowed very little space for HOPS FC to play in the midfield. And that's a master stroke by Anthony Andrews. Anthony Andrews is with this team for a very long time. And the way in which he has shaped up this team, it's truly adorable. Just look at the combinations being played. Roja with the players up there, then definitely the top three means if you look at Equiput and then Tamang, they're combining very well. The midfield combining very well, the defense combining very well, and the entire this Gokulam Kerala FC team, they are working like a well-oiled machine. So that's a free kick again, and this can be dangerous because we have seen the weaknesses of the opposition getting exposed in the free kicks as well. That was a header, again an unmarked header. Two players were standing there, but none of them marked him there. Just look at that one, Junaid. When the ball was delivered in, she just got a touch into the ball, and two players were standing beside him. So that clearly shows the defensive vulnerabilities of this HOPS FC team.
That's right, they'll have to try and rectify that as soon as possible because defensive vulnerabilities, like you pointed out, could be dangerous. Still got 33 minutes left in the match and they don't fix it ASAP, then they are definitely looking down the barrel for a few more. They're winning every 50-50 opportunity they have. Gokulam Kerala falls out for Aati this time. Here's Frederica from the right, trying to lob that one inside. Perhaps was trying to lob that one inside into the back of the net there, Federica. Wasn't the nicest option on that occasion. From the back are Gokulam. Through Shilki Devi. Is Ashalata. Somya. Kritina. Shilki again. Headed down by Somya there, but the defense is right up there. Federica hustling for the ball with Shilki. At the moment, they aren't winning anything from Gokulam HOPS FC. Cleared out in the end by Permila there. "3-0 is the scoreline here at the EMS Corporation Stadium as we approach an hour mark this contest. If it stays the way it is, then Gokulam Kerala FC will move to the top of the pile. There's Gokulam again. Arti nicks it. Sends that one towards the left. Ashalata had it covered. Looks like a foul has been conceded by Arti there, and Wheaty was quick to restart that one. Hops after two back-to-back brilliant performances. First up against Setu FC. That was at home in Delhi. Came back into the contest. Here's a Fazila Ikwaput from the left. Against Mamta there. Mamta does well in the end to wait Fredrika on that occasion. Fazila, beg your pardon. Change for Gokulam Kerala. Dangmei Grace has been taken out, and Sandhya Ranganathan gets on the park. A brilliant strike coming in from Sandhya Ranganathan in the previous game against Setu FC. An early strike for them, being the decisive goal in the contest, as they won the game comfortably in the end against Setu and grabbed all the three vital points. Ratan Bala shielding it beautifully. Wheaty with a header. Falls out for Gladys. Gladys to Federica. Izati up front. They'll lose it out eventually. They'll have to try and win those 50-50 battles. Try and win the ball consistently and take it forward from there on. Hasn't been the case so far for HOPS FC, because Gokulam Kerala have dominated the game right throughout. Another good ball coming in from Anju Tamang there for Somya Gogulot. Fazila was open on the left there. It's just been attacks galore coming in from the girls in green and black. There's Gladys. Given away quite easily again. There hasn't been enough progression coming in from HOPS. Swapna Moikers, they'll have to try and win those 50-50 battles and get the progression going, because whenever HOPS FC have won the ball, they have given it away quite cheaply.
Anju Tamang there on the ball. Ball delivered into the box, and that's a goal number 4 there. What a goal that is. And again another goal from the left flank. Just look at that delivery. That was a beautiful delivery there. And jersey number 27, Gogulat, made his hat-trick there with this goal. And now the scoreline stands Gokulam Kerala FC 4, HOPS FC 0. And definitely now it looks like the match is out of the hands of HOPS FC. Gokulam Kerala FC can score 1 or 2 more, because just look again during this goal also. Just look at that delivery. She came from the back. Jersey number 4 of the HOPS FC, she missed the header, and just Gogula just placed that one into the net. So this is the condition of the HOPS FC defense. And in the last match, if you look, there was against Setu FC, there was also similar chances being created, but Setu FC couldn't score. But this time the opposition is Gokulam Kerala FC, and you have to accept that one. So you cannot make such mistakes. You are making mistakes, and you will be punished definitely. So just look at the gap between the defense and the midfield. Almost 7 people are defending there for HOPS FC when you were trailing 4-0. So it's of no use. Gaps being created. No proper communication between the two defenders. The side backs, they are very slow, can't come back on time. And this is the result that you get when you play like that. So the scoreline now, Gokulam Kerala FC 4, Hops FC 0, and now Hops FC definitely have a mountain to climb.
That's right. It'll be a daunting task from here on if Hops are to make it, because it's not going to be easy to beat Gokulam Kerala FC even once. They haven't defended well in the last 34 minutes or so. Hops FC, they've looked decent. Then again, it's the consistency that matters. And on the day, taken away by Hops now through Gladys. Gladys with the side. Is always going wide there. They haven't come out from the shell today, Hops FC. I wasn't going to trouble Pyle from there on. A beautifully set up goal again coming in from Anju Tamang, and what a brilliant hat-trick for Somya Gogulot, getting on the score sheet thrice. Anju Tamang with a goal to herself and a couple of assists. It's been a good game for players playing forward. Defensively, they've been absolutely brilliant. They've controlled the midfield. Here's Fazila Ekvaput for Anju there. "25 minutes remaining in this game. Is there any hope for Hops to make a comeback? Or a goal back, at least? They've had some decent performances. The game at home in Delhi against Gokulam Kerala was a decent one for them. They lost the game eventually, but the defeat, the margin of the defeat, wasn't as bad as what we have witnessed today. Anju Tamang scored the only goal in that game. Federica again with a run there down the right channel. Witi gets the better. Sandhya Ranganathan for Anju Tamang. Anju against Sharda there. Anju gets it inside the box. Has options. Well defended in that occasion. Long ball for Gokulam again. Sandhya drills one through for the run of Fazila Ekvaput, and she has been flagged offside. Would have made things really interesting had she timed that run. Over the last few games, Gokulam Kerala have played, especially against Sports Orissa, East Bengal. They've got the goals early on in the first half and have got the job done. That's exact replica of the games they've played so far. Zarti. There's Washika there. Nicked away again by Gokulam. There's Anju for Sandhya Ranganathan. Shilki. Back again to Kritina. Federica runs it back, trying to get it away from the defense there. Witi does well to win the ball back. Federica has stayed on the ground. Looks like she needs some assistance there. Here's Asim Roja, meanwhile, on the fly from the left. Gives it for Sandhya Ranganathan. They'll have to try and salvage something from this game, Swapnamoy, because Hops, they have scored goals in the last couple of fixtures, and for them, that's a good ball played in for Federica. Well shielded by Kritina and Payal. pouched that one quite comfortably in the end. They've scored goals in the last couple of fixtures. Swapnamoy, HOPS FC scored 7. And they would have loved to be on the score sheet here today, but hasn't panned out for them that they might have thought about.
Actually, you can't score a goal in such high voltage match with a completely non-functional midfield. Midfield is not functioning well. They are losing out the ball at very crucial locations, and the left flank and the right flank, two flanks are completely non-functional. Just look at the way how easily the Gokulam wingers, they're going up there and getting those crosses into the box. So it's absolutely a mess going on. Sometimes it occurs that it's not a day for a team, so we can say today it's not the day today for HOPS FC. And also, I don't know why they are playing so deep from the so early minutes of the match. You can't defend 90 minutes. It's very difficult for you to defend for the entire stretch of the match, but they are doing that from the very early minutes of the match. They're playing too deep. Gaps are being created in the midfield because you need to have a proper channelization between midfield, defense, and attack, and that thing isn't occurring. So for which the Gokulam players are getting enough and enough of positions to play, and they are just utilizing those spaces. If you look at the fourth goal, also during the fourth goal, jersey number 4 who was there, she just missed that header, and that resulted in that goal. Just look at how they are defending. This type of defendings can create danger because look at that back pass. If Gogol could have gone to that position, she could have got the goal number 5. So this type of things should be avoided, and definitely you can't expect something with such a non-functional midfield in such a high voltage match. And another thing, Junaid, just to add to you, I think some changes should be taken because Varshika and Kipgen, they are completely in off form in today's match. So I think they have better options available in the bench, and they should utilize that one, Junaid.
Zanju Tamang trying to send one in. Good run from there. Trying to get away from the defense. Perhaps was way too close for Nshika. They've got a pretty slim squad at the moment because 2 or 3 of the girls from HOPS FC are with the India camp in Bangladesh. Neha, Pooja, Tanu. What a performance it was from Neha last night. Scored 4 goals. Of course, India under 19s seeing the better of Bhutan in that game by 10 goals to 0. It's going to be Bglalis behind this one. Went through with the strike there. Took a green shirt on the way and has been cleared out by a same corner for HOPS FC. Kipjin behind this one. Just been that sort of a day so far for HOPS FC. Sends one in. Shilki Devi with the clearance. Shika there trying to send one in and was always going wide. It's been a brilliant performance from Gokulam Kerala FC. 3 goals in the first half and 1 strike coming in the second Gokulam Kerala hat-trick in this fixture. First, of course, to Fazila Ikfaput in the game against Sports Orissa. Skritina trying to move forward. Well done by, beautifully done by Somya Gogula there. Here's Anju Tamang. Weighing her options there, leaves it for Sandhya Ranganathan, gets it back from Sandhya. Anju with a strike, and Anju with a thumping goal into the back of the net for a 5th goal coming in from Gokulam Kerala. What a strike that was! A brilliant build-up. Sandhya to Anju, Anju to Sandhya, gets it back eventually and beats Anshika. Good delivery, space opened up nicely for Anju Tamang. Went through with her left and came up with the goods. Swapnamoy, that was a brilliant strike from Anju Tamang.
Yeah, definitely. In this match, Anju Tamang has played her part. In the first 15-20 minutes, she was off, and after that, when she took his game up, it was completely up, and her game just lifted up, and she played really well in today's match. But if you look, I am just rewinding a little bit back. If you look at the way when the ball was passed and it was a through ball that traveled between two defenders, and they were completely clueless. For every 5 goals, there were defensive lapses that were responsible. Anju perhaps couldn't have even got that ball if either any one of the two defenders could have intercepted that one. And what was the defensive media was doing at that point of time? It's really a big question. And again, what I am saying, I am repeating it again and again. Hops should try to make some changes because with this non-existent midfield, the scoreline may be 7-0 or 8-0 in today's match because it's already 5-0 and still 15 minutes left. And the way in which the waves are just crushing onto the defense of Hops FC, it will be very much difficult. Junaid.
That's right, they'll have to try and make changes. I'm not quite sure if they've got the kind of players required for this game sitting out in the... They've got Rebecca, they've got Preeti play in the midfield. Sapna is coming on to replace Varshika. The back line for Hops FC hasn't had a great day today, especially with 3 brilliant performances in the last 3 games coming in from that defense. Is Asim Roja. They will be hungry for more goals. Hops F's Gokulam Kerala. Sandhya sends in a long ball for Soumya there. Change that happened after the goal was struck. Priyadarshini is on for Ratan Bala. Fighting for the ball there, Priyadarshini against Parmila. Another long ball sent in. Mamta does well in the end. Falls for Soumya Gogulot. Lobs it in the air for Fazila Ikwaput. Better from Hops. Gets it away. Same Roja there. Trying to hurl one inside. Soumya takes the deflection. Anju Tamang goes over. Fell out nicely for Anju Tamang there. Sharda with the clearance and from the edge of the box, giving it a full throttle was Anju on that occasion. Shika. Aarti trying to get a back flick on that one. Here's a Priyadarshini on the ball against Sharda. Wasn't sure if she was trying to cross that one in because she had options. "79 minutes have been ticked off. 5-0 is what the scoreline reads at the moment. Goals coming in from Anju Tamang and a hat-trick from Soumya Gogulot. Here's Anju again on the ball for Sandhya Ranganathan. Toe pokes it for Sandhya. Gladys wins it back. Keep the possession somehow, Hops FC. Gladys trying to go through with a long ball and hoping Federica get to the other side of it. Trying to link up there. Jyoti, Aarti and Frederica. It's Frederica battling it out with Oviti. Bit of a shove there perhaps. Here's Sandhyana. They lose the possession again, Hops FC. It's just been one way of 80 minutes. Swapnamoy and never for once Hops looked like that they would try and sort of make a comeback or would score a goal eventually.
This could have been the comeback moment for Hops, but she just took the ball out of the sidelines. Yeah, actually the Hops player are looking too much casual there on the field. That's another reason why they are unable to just cope up with the Gokulam Kerala FC. Rebecca is coming in for Hops FC. Rebecca has played her part in this IWL, and we may expect something better from him because still now this Hops team's performance is just pathetic. Jyoti, she was their non-existence. You can't even name a single player there on the field who has played today for Hops FC. The way they are playing, everyone losing out passes at crucial junctures. They are just mispassing out there in the midfield, and if when you lose ball at the midfield, that creates a chance for opposition to attack. Just look how calm and composed this Gokulam Kerala FC is there, and definitely this match is almost finished for Hops FC. It's 9 minutes left, and after that, some few injury time will be there. But they should take some lessons from this match, and the coach should try to make some small changes in the way they're playing because uh, defending too deep will not work. Because currently Indian women's football is also changing. The way in which AIFF has funded this tournament, the way in which this tournament is made, it's truly a grand tournament. So and lots of good foreigners are also coming to play up there. So defending too deep will not help you. There should be some changes in the way Hops FC is playing, and I hope that they will find a way out very soon.
There was a good ball played in again for Federica there. That has been the strategy for them. Gladys and Federica, whenever they have linked, it has clicked for Hops. In the 3 games they have won, and the drawn game against East Bengal, beg your pardon, against Sports Orissa. But whenever they've had an off day, things have looked good for the girls from Delhi. They're trying their best, but they are up against a very quality side in Gokulam Kerala FC. Definitely a bit better is expected from them. 3 changes. These are a bunch of happy girls. Anju Tamang making her way out, and so is Soumya Gogulat. Muskan Subba will take her place. Martina has also joined in. Definitely a cue for the score line there. Trying to give some game time to the bench, he has Anthony Andrews. "5-0 is the margin at the moment. We can definitely try and experiment a few things. Still got a long way left in this edition of the IWL. Same Roja. Kipjan there trying to close her out. And wins a throw-in eventually. Just going to see out these last 5 minutes and whatever the fourth official decides to add on from here. While Basuri for Uiti. Martina on the ball with her first touch. Same Roja to the left. Same for Sandhya. Couldn't quite keep it. HOPS FC. Federica. Same again for Shilki. Gets it away from the left. Priyadarshini giving it a chase. Anshika is off her lines and clears it away for a throw-in again to Gokulam Kerala. Well, it's just been that sort of a day for HOPS FC. They were never in the game for the entirety of the 85 minutes we've played out here so far. No chances created. No runs coming in from Frederica. Midfield never turned up today. They had a completely off day right throughout. Defense that looked promising for the first 30 minutes. After they went a goal down, it was way too easy for Gokulam to make their presence felt and stamp their authority on this game. Ashalata still trying to get it forward. Gokulam Kerala. Yes, Priyadarshini. One-on-one with Kip, then goes through with a strike there, but this time held on quite comfortably by Anshika. It's just been one-sided affair, Swapnamoy, because if you take a look at the stats as well, 73% of the ball has been enjoyed by Gokulam, and they have made the most of it. Scored 5 and have had quite a few shots on target. Here's a chance for HOPS. Gladys tries to square one.
Definitely, Junaid, what you were talking about a few minutes ago, that HOPS FC, it's not a day for them, because a few minutes ago I just saw that Gladys went down to a player who is just half of her height. And the way in which she lost the ball, it's not expected of a foreigner player of Gladys' stature. And the second thing is that whatever I am repeating again and again, that IWL currently is a quite a quality affair, because AIFF is investing heavily into it, and AIFF is promoting Indian women's football like anything else. And look at the quality of the Indian players that we have. And at the same time, if you have a foreigner like Gladys, who just today looked completely off color, and she just conceded fouls in the easiest process, then missed the passes without no pressure on her. So that will create problems. So I think HOPS FC need to go back to the locker room, chalk out where they were down today, and they need to completely change things, because in this way it will not work in IWL. That's frankly speaking, because you should be a little bit. That was excellent ball there. This can be a chance. Oh, she has got the ball. but that shot was too feeble and that finished off into the hands of the keeper. And definitely you should try to build something better in this in IWL from now on, because they are on the fourth position, and if they lose this match, definitely the advantage will be on the fifth position teams, and definitely Gokulam Kerala FC will go to the top. So I think we are in the dying moments of the match. I think the score line will remain like this. So it's up on the coach how he rallies the troop and regroups the team for the next match. Junaid.
Well, that's right. They've tried Gladys, Frederica. They've been right up there for Hops. It hasn't been there today. They've looked a much better side in the last few fixtures, Hops FC. But that's what champion sides do in Gokulam Kerala. Playing at home, they've got the momentum going with them. Have had brilliant performances. The last few games have just lost one fixture this season. And that was after 3 seasons in a row. Five minutes have been added on as injury time. And Gokulam Kerala are 5 goals up. It's been a heavy-duty performance at home coming in from Anthony Andrews' side. Probably going to see out the remaining 5 minutes. They've made those changes, those substitutes to try and get some of the players sitting out on the bench for the first 7 fixtures to get some game time. Still got 4 games remaining in the second leg. The second phase, perhaps, of the season. Same Roja. Slightly better was expected, definitely, from Hops FC coming into this game. Especially after a resounding victory against Kickstart away from home. Somya Gogulot Anju Tamang, Fazila Ikwaput. All boxes taken in for this champion side. We'll have to wait and see how they pan out in the fixture against Odisha FC, because those will be the games which will be the decider eventually. Is Martina from outside. Want to score. Scored 1 against Setu FC in the previous fixture. Didn't score against Kickstart. And of course, went on to lose the game against Odisha, the first round of matches. They can try and somehow get the better of Odisha FC. And we are in for a fitting finale in the last few days of the IWL. Priyadarshini wasn't too far away there, going for goal with those long ranges from outside the box. The 5 goals to the good. Still trying for their 6th one. Waiting. Frederica, Gladys. Gladys wins it back eventually. Can they get that 1 goal? Well, looks like she has pointed to the spot there. Not quite sure what has happened because Gladys went down on the ground.
It was a very interesting decision, Junaid, because we have to again see at the replay because I think that touch was too feeble for Gladys to go down. But nevertheless, Hops FC has caught a penalty. And now it will be interesting to see how they capitalize on the chances. Just look at that thing. There was a touch from behind. It was a 50-50 decision. So yeah, so that's referee was too close to the ball, and her decision is final there on the field. So this can be an excellent chance here. Player there stepping up for the penalty. Goalkeeper is also ready. Can Hops FC manage to get one back? Only time will tell. Goalkeeper getting ready, the player getting ready. What will happen? Referee has blown his whistle. Player getting ready on the penalty kick. Shot there, and that's the goal for Hops FC. At last, a consolation goal there. Scoreline now: Gokulam Kerala FC 5, Hops FC 1. Junaid, what do you think on this penalty decision by the referee?
Well, she was in a better position to make that decision. Looked like from the first go at it that it was a bit soft the way Gladys went to the ground, but looked like a contact from behind, so was there. And that's the time we have here at the EMS Corporation Stadium. Has been a one-way traffic, a brilliant hat-trick coming in from Somya from Anju Tamang. The consolation goal coming in the dying moments of the game for Hops FC. A penalty converted by Frederica. Couldn't maintain that clean sheet by Albasure. And what a performance from the home side, the defending champions. As we take a quick look at the full-time stats, 70% of the ball, 23 shots with 14 on target for Gokulam Kerala, 29% with 6 shots and 3 landing on target for Hops FC. Been few starts and stops, 5 goals, 5 fouls for conceded by Hops, 4 by Gokulam Kerala. Like I mentioned, it's just been action on one side of the pitch for a major part of those 90 minutes. 6 shots coming in from Gokulat with 3 being converted. Tamang with 5, Ikwaput with 4, Dagme Grace with 3 of her own, Priyadarshini and Martina with 2 and 1 each. 6 shots for Hops FC, 4 coming in from Frederica, 1 from the spot, Aarti and Gladys with 1 shot each. 4 fouls conceded by the home side. Shilki conceding 3 and Witi with 1. Frederica, Gladys, Kibjan, Shailja and Sharda with a foul each for Hops. And that's the update on the standings. Gokulam Kerala FC are right on top of the table at the moment. Odisha FC, they've got a couple of games in hand. On second spot at the moment with 16 points. Kickstart from their 7 games, sitting on the third spot. Hops to follow with 10 points. Setu FC, East Bengal and Sports Odisha at the bottom of the table. In case if you've just joined us, Gokulam Kerala FC had it easy right throughout the contest. Hops fell apart after conceding that goal in the 37th minute mark. Turn and strike there coming in from Somya Gogulot. Federica getting away from Asim Roja on that occasion. Tried to get it goalwards. Wasn't going to trouble Payal Basure from there on. Dangme Grace trying to target the far corner over there. Grace again with that strike. Fazila was heavily involved right throughout. Cross from Soumya Gogulot again, targeting Fazila. And this is when the deadlock was broken. Set up beautifully from the left. Inside the box, Sanju Tamang for Soumya Gogulot. Went outstretched and found the back of the net. That was the first of the three coming in from Soumya. And this one from Anju Tamang was left unmarked. Got away from Mamta there and headed goalwards. Anju again from the left, setting it up beautifully for Soumya Gogulot. Got away from the defense and it was just going to be one way that it was going to end up. So that was the action before the first half. Federica trying to make things happen in the second half. And Anju again with a brilliant delivery finds Soumya Gogulot. It wasn't the best of the games defensively for HOPS FC. Could have definitely tried and made it work better. Anju with her second. Good delivery by Sandhya Ranganathan, who came off from the bench and got an assist straight away. And just before the end of the game, Oviti conceding a foul inside the box and Federica from the spot converting the penalty. A pretty good outing for Gokulam Kerala FC. 5-1 is the score line after the end of the 90 minutes. It was a completely dominating performance from the home side today. HOPS just never turned up for this game. Would have expected a little better from HOPS, especially with the last couple of games they've played, home and away. It's just been one of those days. They would definitely hope for a stronger comeback into the competition. But at the moment, it's Gokulam Kerala FC with another brilliant performance in their ranks is sitting right on the top of the table. It's going to be very interesting to see how Orissa FC fare against Sports Orissa. Sports Orissa, of course, right at the bottom of the table at the moment. A chance for Orissa FC to make a resounding arrival back after a break in the contest. So that's the full-time scoreline here at the EMS Corporation Stadium in Calicut, Kerala. Gokulam Kerala FC 5, HOPS FC 1. So that's been my time here in the Combox. Junaid Ahmed along with my co-commentator Swapnamoy Chakraborty. It's time for me to say goodbye. Thank you.